Howdy everybody, this is Jared with Fluty Homestead, and it's about 7 o'clock this morning, and I'm going up here to feed the chickens, and I want to check on our peas we planted. We had some rain, and I want to make sure that they didn't wash out in this new location I planted the peas. So I'm going to take you up here and show you what I've done. Oh yeah, can't forget our Maxwell house. Alrighty, so I got this goat pasture right here, and we don't have the goat no more, and the ground looks amazing up here. It's real dark and rich, and I ain't had nothing planted on it in years, and this is all hillside. But I plowed up a nice little pea patch right here, and I'm going to be plowing up the entirety of this hill. And it don't look as big in the camera, but it's a pretty good sized garden. From where I'm standing to that fence, it's probably 60 or 70 foot. So it'd be a good little garden. And there's more space below it, and above it I can plow. But I'm holding the camera straight right now. But the slope of this hill is probably about like that right there. So I'll show you the tiller I used in a minute and why it's so good for this hillside. Planted 3 rows of Oregon sugar pod peas. I ain't grew this variety yet. I normally grow sugar snap or super sugar snap or sugar ands. But there's about 2 40-foot rows and about a 48-foot row. And there's one needs covered back up. It looks like the rain didn't tear them out. I was afraid the rain would wash it out where this was on the hill. But so far so good. Also, you can see this fence right here I had to put up. The chickens, where they've been running loose all winter, I was afraid they would scratch up the peas where this is out of our regular garden and I have a fence around it. I was afraid they'd scratch it up, so I put this chicken wire back up to keep the chickens in. I have a all around the wood line there, and out around that bench, I've got a checked wire fence, but the chickens can still get through that. So, but it keeps the horses, and whenever they get loose, and keeps a lot of other critters out. So I'll take you down here and show you my tiller that I've been using to farm on this hillside. All right, here's the tiller I got now. And I got this gave to me, believe it or not. And my neighbor, he put tubes in the tires for me, and he worked on the carburetor, and it runs like a top now. And the reason I like this tiller for the hillside, well, first thing I love about it, if you see here, it'll till backwards or forwards. And buddy, you put it in reverse, and it'll break up the ground real good and pull the rocks up. Then you put it in tilling forward, and it'll till it a lot deeper. But the reason I like it from my hillside is you pull this lever out here, and you can adjust your handlebars over to the side. And they'll lock in when you get to the right notch here. There they are. But on that hillside, I tilt these downhill, and I stand downhill below it, and it helps balance this tiller so it don't want to topple over on me on the hillside. So that works out real good. I get to the end of the row, why, you just flip her over. Same concept as kind of like the old hillside turning plow. But it runs like a top. I had an old Troy belt before this, a Troy belt horse, and it was a good machine. But I believe the old Lowe's tiller is outdoing my old Troy belt. So there's the pea ground again. Like I said, all this will be plowed, and I'm going to plant pumpkins and squash and stuff along the bottom of the garden here. Let them grow on these banks. So try to utilize all the space we can. And just because it ain't flat don't mean you can't garden it. My great-grandfather gardened these hills and corn and everything for years and years and years. So it can be done, it's just a little more work. So just wanted to give you a little update. So from Fluty Homestead, we're signing out. God bless y'all.